Guys, B team, Daisy Fresh. Probably the match of the opening stanza here that we've all been looking forward to the most. It is up next. Heavy hitters on both sides. Some cool rematches, some cool stuff going on. What are you looking forward to most in this this matchup?
Well, you know, I feel like the biggest battle so far has been you versus What to Say coming off of a Hanato skit.
Yeah, I know.
We are talking about B-Team versus Daisy Fresh. I just love the fact that Daisy Fresh always come in with that chip on their shoulder, like, we're the underdogs, everybody's looking past us, you know. They're going up against one of the heavy hitters, one of the favorites in B-Team, but they're not gonna roll over for those guys. We're gonna see a dogfight in the pit right now.
I have a hard time thinking that this is a big favorite for the B-Team.
No,
like this Daisy Fresh team, there's a monster in every position right here.
Yeah, they really do have the ability to shut this one down. Phil Rowe, you are with Nicky Ryan somewhere.
We're back here with Nicky Ryan, head coach of the B team. Nicky, you got the $1 Million Man on your team. How confident do you feel?
I'm super confident. You know, that man won it all last year, won the Millie, and we got a whole team full of finishers, so I'm very confident.
Can Nicky Rod go out and eliminate an entire team by himself?
If there's one man in this tournament that can do it, it's him for sure.
Why didn't you guys put Damien on the team?
He's not good enough.
Oh, damn it. Next year, maybe so.
Craig couldn't even remember his last name. You know, I can't put him on the team.
Damn it. That's the B team. Nicky Ryan, we out.
Damien catching strays.
Thanks, Phil and Nicky. This is Team Daisy Fresh and the B team going head-to-head here to find out who's going to get the final slot in tomorrow's semi-finals. Michael C. Williams, let's introduce these two coaches.
From Las Vegas tonight, here live and free worldwide on YouTube. At CJI 2, 3 teams have now advanced to continue their march toward the $1 million championship tomorrow night here at the Thomas & Mack Center. And now with one slot remaining, this is your last chance to advance. The fourth and final quarterfinal round matchup, the team duel, begins now. And we'll start by introducing the team out of the blue corner. From a small, humble space to a global powerhouse in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, this lifelong martial artist has built a team that now produces elite athletes. The masterful strategist and the visionary founder behind Pedigree Fighting Systems. Would you please welcome the coach from Daisy Fresh, Heath Pedigree.
Well, a lot of crowd support for Heath Pedigree coming into this one. Recently sustained a pretty nasty eye injury, as you can see. But you guys spoke to him over the last couple of days, and he's loving the role that Daisy Fresh are playing in this, and he's loving the vibe that he's been greeted with.
Yeah, and you don't need both eyes to see that Daisy Fresh is not an underdog in this match. Man, Heath has been doing the rounds talking about how he feels like, yo, we're a real team. We're not some bunch of mercenaries that have been brought together. Our boys are working together in the room every day, and that gives us a huge advantage.
And now out of the red corner, a competitor that made his mark on history as one of the youngest athletes to ever compete on the stage at ADCC. That was back in 2017. And since then, he has become the co-founder and the guiding force now behind the B team. Please welcome Coach Nicky Ryan.
Well, Nicky Ryan, no stranger to folks at CJI. Perhaps a little bit disappointing performance for himself last year at CJI 1, but he's almost transitioned fully to a coaching role now. They're going to steer the B team forward into victory tonight in their quest for $1 million.
Makes a ton of sense. I mean, he's like basically the young version of John Danaher for a lot of people. Great technical mind, great coach, and sliding into this role very comfortably.
And let's go back now once again to the visionary founder of Pedigree Submission Fighting. And we'll ask him now to reveal his first competitor inside the pit. Have you selected your first competitor? He has, and the name is?
Max Hansen.
There it is. We have our first from Team Daisy Fresh. He is the 66-kilogram competitor, two-time Zapatero champion. Please welcome Max Hansen.
Max Hansen at 66 kilos is the first man selected for Team Daisy Fresh. Won Pan Championships, no-gi back in 2024, two-time Zapatero champion, also a veteran of PGF as well, Brandon.
Yep, PGF Season 6. Listen, Max is very dangerous, dude. This guy's got a very good guard, very good leg locker. He does a great job getting underneath you, finding paths to your back. Max also fights all the way up and down the food chain. So even though he's coming in as the 66, he's not undersized. He's not gonna feel undersized at least.
And now with one competitor set in the pit, ready to go, our final team duel here, day number 1. We go now to the red corner to B team coach. Nikki, do you have your first competitor?
Yep.
He does indeed. Your first competitor, can you tell me the name?
Joseph Chen.
There it is. We're going to stay on the lighter side. From B team, we'll welcome their 77-kilogram competitor. 1 year ago, of course, he competed right here at CJI 1. He is the 2023 ADCC Trials winner. Please welcome B team's Joseph Chen.
Well, big welcome for Joseph Chen, under 77-kilo representative for B team. Of course, won the ADCC European Trials in 2023, beat some real heavy hitters in Europe like Mateusz Szynski, Tommy Lanica, Oliver Zaza. And then, of course, he had some great performances at CJI 1 last year. One of those phenom guys who the last couple of years has just kind of come in and really stated his case as a crowd favorite.
Yeah, one thing I want to say about both these guys here, you know, they're both young athletes. They're faces of the modern generation of jiu-jitsu, but they're both incredibly intellectual, analytical minds of jiu-jitsu, very technical, and they do know each other. They've competed and they train against each other, and I think we're going to see a very interesting match here right now at CJI 2.
11-kilo weight advantage for Joseph Chen coming into this one tonight. Let's see if he can use it to pay dividends.
Max, you ready? Joseph, you ready? Let's get out.
The guard passing of Joe Chen versus the guard of Max Hansen. That's going to be the story of this matchup for sure. And here we go right away.
You know, a funny story.
Guard and getting started.
I was at the leg lock camp in Malaga, Spain, just a couple of months ago. Joseph was one of the featured instructors there. And, you know, leg lock camp kind of gives it away, right? The theme of what they're supposed to be teaching. And there were a ton of pros from all around Europe. And when it came to Joseph Day to teach, he was like, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to teach. And every single one of them said, you're going to teach how to pass the guard like you pass the guard. We want to see that.
That high tripod passing system that he's made a name for himself with. He just kind of locks that upper body down and just miraculously floats over the legs. It's really quite stunning, but we're going to see if he can do that to Max Hansen here as 8 minutes is on the clock. Big John McCarthy, your referee for this one.
You know, I got to watch Max and Joseph roll for an extended period. They were both there at the Polaris 170-pound GP earlier, I think it was last year. And after they both went out, you know, Joseph lost to Levi in the semis. Max gone out earlier as well. So they just went up to the training room and they rolled for like 40 minutes straight. So Max knows what Joseph's game is like. Joseph knows what Max can do. So it's going to kind of be interesting to see how they, or who's first to really impose their game on this match.
Yeah, they're talking to each other, and that's one of those things that the crowd can get a little bit funny about. Sometimes they want to see a bit more of a killer instinct from folks and not be so friendly.
Well, they can put aside the friendship for 8 minutes, right? It's just...
You'd hope so.
Sometimes if they end up like a cancel each other out, technically, that's side to side from Joseph. That's when the crowd got a little bit frustrated, but immediately that posture, that tripod posture we know from Joseph, he likes to swim his head in. Max is such a good student of jiu-jitsu. He's got an excellent Patreon. Highly recommend you check that out. He posts some amazing breakdowns. Very, very useful.
6 minutes remaining, Joseph.
It's helped me out a lot in my game.
Joseph Chen has got a good wide base here, looking to get his chest down and low on the legs. He's slowly trying to work his way over the top of that knee. But Hansen good with his guard here.
Check out how tight Max keeps his left elbow and his left knee. They're overlapping one another, no space at all. Joe backs out. Chen is just absolutely a master of how to use his body weight against the levers of the guard that's being put in front of him. And you'll see as he starts to lean in, he finds little ways to shift his body weight, open the knee or close the knee, shut down the frame with how he's putting his body weight up against it. He's just an absolute, like, top-tier technician when it comes to guard pass.
Yeah, that's why Max has got to be very careful. He doesn't leave too much space. If he overreaches, if he commits a little bit too much on something, Joseph's going to clear those legs. He's doing the right things for sure.
Well, you heard Coach Nicky Ryan there say he wants him to slowly start upping the pace with only 5 minutes left. You know, we've seen the theme tonight that the matches that go to the double elimination, they're the ones that are deciding this at the moment. It's not necessarily the submissions.
And also use passing threats to enter into legs, too. Still have time to work. 4:30.
Max trying to pummel that left butterfly hook into the inside.
Kind of look like he's using a bear trap here.
Yeah, again, we've seen that quite a lot tonight.
I actually had a long conversation with Max about the bear trap upstairs in the kind of the athlete room. Just the day before yesterday, we were talking about the effectiveness of it, so it's kind of cool to see him use it right here.
I feel like it's definitely one of the most underutilized and most misunderstood positions in jiu-jitsu.
Well, just past the halfway point now.
Chen
going down on the dog bar.
Good pressure. Little flash sub attempt from Joe Chen.
Still not a whole lot to split these two yet, apart from just kind of the feeling of forward pressure from Joseph Chen.
I feel like he's getting closer and closer to the upper body.
He's starting to put his weight down on that top knee.
That's better for Max.
Max shakes him out. Joe trying to work around now. Max has his chin on the inside. It's not quite there yet. Max keeps him out.
That's a beautiful recovery from Max right there.
Up on 3 minutes left, Joseph.
Knee and elbow are split on the left side, though, and Max finds a way to put them back together.
You know who we saw do that so well here last year was Levi Jones-Leary, that incredible guard retention that he has. That was one of the key things that he did, was keeping that top knee and the elbow glued together.
Yeah, always reinforcing those defensive frames with something else. Oh, he's going to try and bowl around the side maybe here.
Yeah, he'd love to get Joseph to sit to a hip, but his base is very solid.
He's underneath the leg.
It's the second or third time that Joseph Chen has been able to just whip that leg free and extract it from any kind of danger.
You got 2:20 left, Joseph. Got to get a sub.
Interesting that Joseph hasn't decided to put Max up against the pit. They're kind of inching closer.
2 minutes, Joseph.
Max has been lucky. He's had plenty of access to train at the pit there in Westside Barbell. Him and Dante, you know, they're all living in. They're
Max
both
with a scoop grip on the arm. Joe sending everything the other direction, though. Here's the back step.
Oh, tries to step round.
He's there. Can he solidify? He's over the knees.
Oh, big kicking escape and full mount for Joe Chen with 1.5 minutes left. Can he put it to use?
Minute 20, Joseph.
Going for a smother, it looks like.
He's going to at least try to get a reaction out of him. Max unable to clear his knees.
This is where the weight difference comes in.
Oh, look at that, trying to throw the legs all the way around.
Yeah, kept so tight during that kipping escape. Good mount retention.
That 11-kilo weight difference is going to make it hard for Max to kip escape and hit bump his way out of this mount.
Oh, Max going to try to walk up the wall and create some space. That might do what he needs it to do, and there he goes. Nice job by Max utilizing the environment.
Yeah, that's the training at Columbus, Ohio, the West Side Barbell, for sure, using that pit wall to his advantage.
Submission attempts as well. Great leg entries.
Joe in another good passing position right here. Oh, a nice kick from Max.
Down to the final 20 seconds now. Most of the positive work here has been done by Joseph Chen. He's almost assuredly up on the judges' scorecards.
Last 10 seconds, last 10 seconds.
Max Hansen's had some excellent guard retention, but did give up mount for that extended period in the back half of the match. And Chen ends on a leg entanglement, but it's going to be a double elimination for the moment.
Interesting that Joseph would wait so late to drop back on the legs like that, but it does look good for the judges.
I don't think he needed it, though. I mean,
No.
you know,
No.
I don't want to say he dominated the match, but the only position that was gained belonged to Joseph. Had a very strong-looking mount, kept him there for
a while.
Yeah, for quite a while. So, and he did have that like little flash look at the knee bar as well.
Oh, yeah.
That was great recovery from Max, but this is where Joseph really managed to pass his way. He scooped both those legs,
Joe's
wrapped them
passing
up,
is just a work of art.
stepped over, very low, Kento Uemoto style like we saw against Bain earlier, but he was able to get his hips up high.
Kind of the kip-in escape gave him the mount position there. Hansen eventually able to find his way out, but too little, too late. Well, don't forget, if you want to see CJI continue and have CJI 3 next year, you need to help us out by donating to the Fair Fight Foundation. Click the QR code on your screen and donate today. Proceeds going to multiple projects, including, of course, the Guardian Project, building gyms all over the world for underprivileged youth and ensuring fair pay for jiu-jitsu athletes. We thank you all for your support, and we hope we can see you next year. 2 more competitors coming up now. Let's find out from Michael C. Williams who they're going to be.
In our 4th team duel, our first individual matchup ends with no submission. Both of our competitors have been eliminated. And now we'll welcome 2 new competitors to the pit. First, out of the blue corner, he is an ADCC veteran, a 3-time NAIA wrestling champion, plus 99 kilograms from Team Daisy Fresh, Brandon Reed.
So the heavyweight comes in for Daisy Fresh. Brandon Reed, originally from Kentucky, did compete in ADCC 2024 after getting an invite for his performance at the West Coast Trials. As you heard there from Michael, 3-time NAIA national champion at Lindsey Wilson College, had a very impressive 89 and 19 college wrestling record, and was the 2021 NAIA Wrestler of the Year.
And now his adversary out of the red corner. Coach Ryan has made his choice. He sends out the 2-time ADCC silver medalist 1 year ago. At CJI 1, he became the first ever jiu-jitsu millionaire at minus 99 kilograms. From B Team, please welcome Nicky Rod, Nick Rodriguez.
We welcome back the $1 million grappler, Nick Rodriguez. He was your CJI 1 winner in the heavyweight division. Took out Max Jimenez, Adam Bradley, Owen Livesey, and Felipe Andrew that night. He's been constantly getting better. He's building on that wrestling base and adding some phenomenal technical jiu-jitsu to his game. Tape for this one. Fairly even across the board. A little bit of a weight advantage for Brandon Reed. Both have a heavy wrestling background, but the honors in that category very much do go to the man from Daisy Fresh.
We don't really care about wild cards, man. We're a real team. 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, doesn't matter to us. You can put them all together, we'll fight them all. Fuck it, bring them on.
You gotta love it, guys. They are fired up for this. They really embrace the role and the support they get from people who've enjoyed watching their documentaries on Flow Grappling. Big John McCarthy is your referee once more for this. Green for Nick Rodriguez, orange and white for Brandon Reed.
Oh, that's smart. Nicky Rod sliding into a guard pull like that. You want to take away Brandon Reed's biggest weapon, which of course is his wrestling. And we saw it in the last CJI, that Nicky Rod, he's great at wrestling up, great at, he's got an underrated guard. That's actually the truth, you know. We all know him as an amazing wrestler. Brandon definitely has the pedigree when it comes to that, but Nicky's wrestling for jiu-jitsu is phenomenal.
And Nicky's submission game is vastly underrated. Very good submission artist when he gets his positions.
You got that little coochie there from bottom in putting Brandon on the back foot, but let's not forget, Nicky won that $1 million last year with straight subs. Like you said, Brandon, underrated, but he's shown it. Not just a rear naked choke and squeeze the face kind of guy either. He's got triangles. Yeah. He's got great front head. He's even got a leg game. We just don't often see it, but.
Well, we're going to see it now because he's going to have to try and work from the bottom, or he's going to scramble on his way up to the back potentially.
Well, even if he starts to wrestle up, he's going to have to wrestle with Brandon Reed on the way up. And that's a potential problem for him.
Brandon's got to be careful he doesn't keep backing up like that. He could get hit with a penalty. He's got to go forward. The onus is on the guard passer to
engage. There he goes.
Well, getting aggressive now, trying to stack the legs.
Staying in the double under. Gets those hips high. Yes. He's got his hands locked together. Almost through the guard. Nicky barely saves it.
You got to love it. Brandon Reed taking it to Nick Rodriguez in the first couple of minutes here.
You know, Nicky's gone up against some big guys in his time, but
2 minutes down,
you got to be a big, strong dude to bully Nicky Rod around. And I think Brandon, if anybody can do it, it can be him. The question is, can he keep it up? And he can stay technical during that as well.
Transitioned away from wrestling in 2021 to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's Iris, though, right? That's Iris.
Elbow passes,
Wrestling. Nicky not really finding any success with his guard. He's I want to come up here and test out this wrestling a little bit. See what this big boy's made of.
Yeah, I mean, it's an imposing figure to try and get anything on. A real bowling ball of a man.
A bowling ball of a man with a deep technical base.
Right, with
his
the power to back it up.
It's not. He's not just a big, strong dude.
Sure.
This guy has been grappling at an incredibly high level since he was a child.
Yeah, has a lot of instructional content online. Really does have an elite folk-style pedigree.
You saw Nicky get just a quick grab on that single leg, and Brandon just absolutely denied it. Goes for that super duck, baby.
Brandon's also the second biggest guy in this entire tournament, 114.5 kilograms. Only Victor Hugo is bigger.
Yeah, and he could very well be up next if this plays out.
You know, Nicky Rod is not the biggest heavyweight in the world. He weighed in at 99.9 for this, so he's only like about a 40-pound weight difference between the two, even though it doesn't look it.
He's kind of always relied on being the faster heavyweight, right? That's always been his advantage. But you see from that...
just from that super duck, that might not be the case.
He's got 2 more explosions in him, Brandon. Same thing. Be smart here. Be smart.
Well, there you see the people in the locker room looking on. That's Team Daisy Fresh glued to this monitor.
No big chances. More than halfway.
Go after him. He tried to wait for that single rounds with brick wall. Tried to snap down Brandon Reed. Didn't happen. I think his best opportunity is his high sting.
I think he's got to try to get it. I think he's got to try to utilize what he knows about the leg lock game. Try to get underneath Brandon. I think that's really his best path to victory here.
Well, try to snap down to grab a single. There's a shot. Got to block the front headlock here. Back to the feet they come.
And it's interesting because Heath Pedigo is actually counting the kind of the shots. He reckons that Nicky Rod's only got X amount of explosions, and he's saying he's got one more. He's got one more shot.
I mean, you have to wonder how much is that for Brandon's benefit, how much is it mind games for Nicky Rod?
Nah, Heath is very astute. You know, he's got a great mind, very strategic.
Oh, big arm drag possibly, but
knows his opponents well.
3 minutes, we gotta get us up.
So he's not pulling that out of his ass. Nice.
Oh, there we go.
That's what Nicky Rod wants.
And this is where it becomes a real problem.
Body triangle.
Yeah, Nick Rodriguez, body triangle here, trying to secure the submission. 2.5 minutes to work as well.
Boy, Nicky had just a flash and an opportunity to get under the chin. Hiding the hand right now in the armpit.
It was the feint that did it.
Oh, he's gonna try to squeeze him out with the arm on the inside.
He might be able to do it here.
I don't think he's got it just yet.
Could go shoulder lock on that extended arm. Now across the face.
Across the face, trying to lock his
Oh,
arm.
that's
Big
it.
squeeze coming.
He's gonna get it.
Nicky Rod is gonna get the submission here.
It came out.
Nick Rodriguez puts B-Team up 1-0.
The $1 million man does it again and sets the Thomas and Mack Arena on fire.
It was the one mistimed sprawl that cost Brandon Reed. It was the smallest of openings for Nick Rodriguez, and he's sitting down trying to recollect himself,
Dude,
build
check
that
it out, man.
oxygen deficit.
Man, Nicky Rod's straight back to his corner. He's in meditation mode, but there's a look at the squeeze. And his rear naked choke is by far his most devastating weapon.
He held on as long as he could, right? He really didn't want to quit there.
Anything under the eyebrows is a choke, and that was right across the face.
Check out this shot of Nicky Rod over there centering himself. He's calling on his elders for strength right now,
Well, I mean,
bro.
look, he's doing the right thing, right? He's getting rhythmic breathing going. He's slowing his heart rate, trying to recollect himself. You only got 90 seconds here to recover. It's absolutely the right thing to do.
And strategically, B-Team has now taken out the big boy off of the other side, and they still got their big boy, who's the biggest of all the boys, left on the sideline in Victor Hugo.
With 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining, the rear naked choke brings on the tap. Therefore, your winner by submission, B-Team's Nicky Rod.
The real question for Heath Pedigo now is who do you choose next to go up against Nicky Rod? Because he's got Dante Leon, Jacob Couch, and Michael Pixley.
Do you send Pixley out and hope he can pull off another stunning upset?
And now, entering the pit out of the blue corner, he is an ADCC Trials winner, an NCAA Division II Wrestling champion. Would you please welcome, at minus 99 kilograms, Michael Pixley.
You want to talk about people on... well, the wrong... That's Owen Jones, not Michael Pixley. That is Michael Pixley, though. And you want to talk about people who might be able to also shut down the wrestling of Nicky Rod. This is the other guy on this team who can do that. Yeah. Michael Pixley, former NCAA Division II wrestling champion, obviously made headlines ADCC 2024 when he threw and submitted the favorite Nicholas Merigali.
Yeah, that was a very smart choice by Heath Pedigo in bringing out Pixley. Pixley, if he can tap Nicky Rod while Nicky Rod is, you know, pretty spent after that round, that would be huge. But if he can just at least get him out of the pit, then that is also very significant.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape here. Both these guys in the same weight class, the same age, both got wrestling backgrounds. It's all pretty even in this one. The jiu-jitsu experience and accolades do go the way of Nicky Rod, but Michael Pixley's here to play spoiler. He loves that role, and boys, we are excited for this matchup.
I feel like the other team that poses the biggest threat is for sure New Wave. I think that's the matches that everybody wants to see. CJI 2 is set to be the greatest event in jiu-jitsu history.
Are you ready?
Now, Big John McCarthy calls them down to the pit surface.
Not the first time we've seen this matchup.
Whoa! Huge sweep there from Pixley, straight off the bat.
Yeah, the aggression.
Let me tell you something. We know that
for the sweep. Yeah, this is a rematch of UFC Fight Pass Invitational 8 from October of last year. Nicky Rod able to get the rear naked choke in overtime there.
Man, Pixley's coming out hard, though. He's got that chip on his shoulder. He wants that win back.
And he should, you know, he should try and build on the tiredness of Nicky Rod, immediately jack his heart rate straight back up.
Absolutely. Massive foot sweep, and then a brief look at the DOS, but if you saw that video on the B-Team YouTube channel of Nicky Rod, sounds like he's undossable.
He's looking for this front headlock series again, trying to work his hands through.
He's got a little deeper than Nicky Rod really wants him, for sure. If he can be patient right here, keep some weight on the back of the head, maybe.
Got a good front head here. He's got the choice between the DOS and the Anaconda. Really depends on which way Nicky Rod decides to go.
Nicky Rod's committed both hands to that arm under his neck. He's managed to pry it free.
And it depends on how Nicky Rod chooses to fight the hands as well.
He's also having to carry all of Pixley's weight right now.
Come on, let's go. Let's improve it.
He's got to move on bottom, too. It's equal here. It's equal.
Nice there from Nicky Rod sitting through.
And this is a great tactic from Pixley. He's going to make the guard of Nicky Rod be very active in retention.
Yeah. He's not trying to come straight down the middle. He's going to, exactly what you said, he's looking to go side to side, circle him, cause Nicky to have to stay on the move at all times, and just look for an opportunity to jump on that head. And hopefully, for his case, by the 3-minute mark, he's cooked enough to get a little ground on that front headlock.
Just one factor I can't help but think about as well is that Nicky Rod, he was in the pit for nearly 8 minutes. He's hot, he's sweating. Pixley's dry, you know, that's a big factor. Nicky's got something to grip onto. I don't want to, you know, repeat the claims that Nicky's slippery, but it's going to be hard to hold on to him.
Well, Pixley being very aggressive here. He's pushing Nicky Rod back, trying to work those stack passes again. You saw Brandon Reed have some success with them.
Nicky Rod with the hip movement, though. Look at that.
Right, but this is what Pixley can't do. He can't slow down. He can't let Nicky Rod stay in that middle position, build some height back up. He's got to keep moving him around.
And Pixley can't settle in on his knees for his passing either. The strategy of keeping Nicky on the move is the right one.
Good Nicky Rod baiting him to single.
Pump snapping here, pump snapping here.
You know, Nicky Rod's going to have to work to the legs as well. You don't want to be playing the pummel, the underhook game with someone like Pixley who's going to throw that whizzer in and launch you with an Uchimata.
Seen that before.
When we heist with collar tie inside.
Man, if Nicky can get Pixley off the board, just puts B-Team absolutely in the driver's position.
You're a sub up and you've knocked off the 2 heaviest guys.
And you got Victor Hugo waiting on the sideline, dude, to come in here and eat somebody.
Look at that, though. Pixley doesn't follow up off that. I mean, he had back exposure for real there.
Oh, look at my boy spinning for an Imanari, maybe. Still a lot of time left in this one, boys.
Yeah, we're about to hit the halfway point, but... Oh, Pixley tries to snatch it again.
Nickel picks him for his trouble.
And, you know, we said it before, I don't think he can settle down here. I think he's got to really try and keep the pace high.
This is a vice grip here. This is a much better play.
You can start to 4-point up and try to peek out.
He's got to keep weight down on the back of Nicky Rod's head as he continues to pummel and look for something. He's got to make Nicky feel like he's carrying weight. You see how Nicky's head is free. He can look to either side right there.
I almost feel like Nicky Rod is chilling in this position because it's almost like the best contact he has against Pixley. Pixley's being elusive, you know, as Brandon Reed was.
He looked for that vice grip. Nicky took that opportunity. Pop his head out, back to the feet they go.
Let's see if Nicky Rod pulls guard again quickly.
Pixley almost got that foot sweep again.
3 minutes.
Passing him by, waiting on that back leg to become light, and just kicking it right out from underneath him.
There's only 3 minutes left here.
We get control over the head, we're moving him, making him step. Yep, multi-snaps, pump snaps, you can add in feints too.
Two and a half remaining.
I don't think Pixley can hang around here.
Well, I mean,
I feel like the
Pixley
time
wants to run it out.
Well, maybe, but the time is starting to tick away, and you know, ultimately, B team have only got to defend a lead now.
Yeah, Daisy Fresh got to get one back at some point, but this may not be the one to take a risk on.
Great hand fighting, Nicky Rod.
Yeah, thinking about who they got left.
Got Jacob Couch and Dante Leon waiting in the wings. I feel like Dante Leon's the last gasp guy they're going to send out.
Yeah, he's going to be the stopper at the end.
Right,
I got to
the
agree
most
with that
experienced
strategy.
guy.
Don't disengage. Go after him. Go after him.
Pixley down to his knees to try to pass. Quickly comes right back up.
You're pushing away. You keep pushing away. You've got to engage it.
Guys, every time that Nicky Rod sticks his leg out and Michael Pixley doesn't accept it, is it just gamesmanship? Does he really want to counter the single? What's the deal here?
I mean, he wants contact, right? He wants connection with Pixley, and that's been really tough to find.
Well, we're down to the final 90 seconds here. The pace has slowed somewhat.
You can think about sliding.
Even a draw here is a win for Nicky Rod and for B team. All they have to do is hold this lead.
Yeah, it'll be the first time we haven't seen a guy get a submission and then immediately get submitted.
This is a deeper bite here on the front headlock.
But again, Nicky Rod seems super calm to just hang out here.
The question is, you know, if it does result in double elimination, which is looking like, how do you score this one?
I think you got to give it to Pixley.
Pixley for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's all for naught if they can't get a submission back.
30 seconds, Nicky Rod. Final 30. Final 30.
Don't disengage. That's you pushing him, Nicky.
Nicky definitely got to take a risk right here at the end. Try to get this takedown.
Left.
Pixley got upright for a split second. Look for that foot sweep again.
Well, 15 seconds left here. We could be seeing another double elimination. I think we almost certainly will be. Last gasp shot from Nicky Rod. Good show of respect at the end, but both these men are going to go back to their locker rooms. B team remains one submission to none up. And both sides are going to have to find a new athlete. It's Dante Leon or Jacob Couch for Daisy Fresh, Ethan Creliston, Chris Wojcik, or the big man Victor Hugo for B team.
There's that foot sweep, man. He got some airtime on that one. Wow. Great guard retention from the big man. Another foot sweep.
But like you said, Hal, he didn't capitalize on it. He had a chance.
Follow up.
Those are the microseconds at this level that you've got to really jump on.
Yeah. I mean, he did a great job in kind of throwing Nicky around a little bit there, but I guess that was the plan, right? Run out the clock, take out the heavy hitter, Nicky Rod, who we know is so dangerous with the submission threats.
If I'm B team, I'm sending out Hugo next because I know it's a huge mismatch.
Yeah, either way, right? You're either getting Dante Leon or Jacob Couch. Couch is not a small guy, but you look at the experience of him versus Victor Hugo at 120 kilos or whatever.
Everybody here is a small guy compared to Victor Hugo.
The biggest man of the entire tournament, 120 plus kilos.
Yeah, one of the most accomplished as well. Well, let's find out who it's going to be. Michael C. Williams with the decision and the new introductions.
And with the double elimination, both teams send new competitors. We start with the blue corner. They'll send out the ADCC Trials winner from 2023. With us at 88 kilograms, please welcome from Daisy Fresh, Jacob Couch.
The hillbilly hammer.
Yeah, as we expected, Jacob Couch comes out. They're leaving Dante Leon in the backfield. Jacob Couch has been a fan favorite ever since he started making some waves on the scene. He just loves hunting for things. He enjoys what he does so much. He's been getting better and better. If he jumps on a leg, he can get almost anybody.
And his opponent in the red corner, last year an ADCC top 4 and the 2024 PGF silver medalist, 88 kilograms from B Team, Chris Wojcik.
Wow, that's interesting. The main weapons for Jacob Couch are the leg locks. You want to talk about someone who's very well versed in the leg game, can neutralize all of that. It's Chris Wojcik.
I think Chris Wojcik is the best leg locker here this weekend. He is not just dangerous, he's an innovator, and he's got things that you're just not expecting, that you've never felt before.
Tail of the tape for this one. Both these guys in the 88 kilo category, fairly even all around. It's a really fun style matchup as well. Not a lot to separate them.
Jacob, you ready? Chris, you ready? Let's get it on.
Let's just remind our viewers that Daisy Fresh got 2 guys left, and B Team have 3. So either Jacob or Dante need a submission for them to hope to win this.
Well, sit
There's
straight
2
down.
more double eliminations then.
Sit straight down into the leg entries, easily spun out by Wojcik. You got 8 minutes to work here, and you saw they both double guard pulled at the start. Couch had a real entertaining, he's on the leg again here, looking for that shotgun straight footlock. Had a really entertaining run at ADCC East Coast Trials in 2024. Had 7 matches to come out victorious there.
What a crazy moment that was. That was so cool to be there for that. When he took off and ran his lap all the way around, high-fiving everybody.
Yeah, it's a super high submission rate. About 75% of matches he wins end by submission for him.
Jacob attacking Chris's feet. Keeps attacking that straight ankle. He's got a lot of confidence there.
Double.
We can't see the grip from this angle, but...
Yeah, he's got it. Shotgun ankle grip, and he's got the double outside Ashley.
Trying to corkscrew counter was Wojcik briefly. Doesn't look like he can quite get the angle right. Jacob Couch bridged very heavily into that.
Chris is just so hard to straight footlock. His feet are so flexible. And a lot of times he'll just offer up a foot just to get you to play the game with him.
Well, that might be a bit of a momentum swinger / moral victory for Chris Wojcik there. It's hard when you throw some of your biggest attacks at people and they just kind of smile.
Chris also really good at using his leg locks as a distraction so that he can wrestle up. And then once he does get to top position, very good guard passer as well.
Just a reminder at the top of your screen there, the 2 remaining competitors for Daisy Fresh, 3 for B Team, including, of course, the big man, Victor Hugo. One of their wild card.
Okay, this is interesting. Now we see Chris on top, right up against the pit wall and right in front of the B Team coaches.
You use passing pressure to enter into the leg.
You heard Nikki say it, I was just about to say it. I think what we'll see here from Chris is him pressing forward with his passing, try to get an overreaction from Jacob so that he can fall back and bite up his ankles.
We're 3 minutes in, Wojcik.
I think Nikki knows what he's talking about, huh?
We're 3 minutes in.
Oh, this is the third match in a row we've had a chant for the Daisy Fresh athlete from the crowd.
Very interesting to see that, one of the best counters to leg lock entry is passing from the knees, and we're not seeing Chris stand at all to try and pass. Makes a lot of sense.
Well, he's closer to his own leg entry while he's low like that. So he's just looking for a little bit of an overcommitment from Couch so that he can find the space he needs to jump in on his own offense.
Well, don't forget the QR code on your screen is there for you to donate and help the cause of improving jiu-jitsu around the world through our charitable foundations. Go ahead, click the QR code now and help support the Fair Fight Foundation and the CJI.
That was Chris's first look at a real leg attack right there. Very brief. Kind of looked like an steamer almost.
Yeah, a little Estima-y. Kind of Estima-ish.
Ish.
Well, halfway point here. And guys, you know, this is kind of the point where we have to talk about in this format how much harder it is to chase a lead from behind than it is to sustain it.
Yeah, the pressure is on Jacob to look for the finish here. Very much so.
Well, he tried to go shin to shin there to kick the leg out. And Couch has fallen back here on a reap.
Ooh,
but
you saw Chris just barely set a grip in, and Couch was like, you know what, I will completely bail on this if that's what I have to do.
Good change of tempo from Wojcik there. Looked to just snatch the ankle quickly.
Let's pass to both sides, Chris.
Hands are almost locked there.
Time not the friend of Jacob Couch right here.
No, he's got to get busy. He's got to try and force some entries. And right now, it's Wojcik who's dictating the positions.
Then think about sitting back into legs.
Jacob had the strongest submission attack earlier in the match.
He's had several good looks at ankle locks that would have put a lot of people out of there, let's be honest.
But like we said, it was kind of tactically the best possible matchup maybe for the B team to take out this threat. They have still got Daisy Fresh. They've got Dante Leon, their most experienced and decorated competitor, waiting on the back end. But you start talking about him having to take out both Victor Hugo and Ethan Krellinston.
Well, Dante's got a submission win over Ethan.
Yep.
And that happened on Who's Number One. But and we've seen Dante go up against big guys in absolute divisions, but you don't get bigger than Victor Hugo.
And this is the thing, B team know that next up, it's Dante.
It's no secret,
You're probably going to send Victor Hugo out.
And Victor doesn't have to beat him.
No, he doesn't.
That's the other thing.
You
just have to make sure you don't get submitted.
Yeah.
Let's get left knee over here. Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. It would tactically be strange to give up the guy who's already got a loss to Dante, unless it was a last resort.
Walk the knees away. Then we're going to tripod. Let's start tripoding now. Let's try and insert that left butt.
Chris, nice body lock position here.
Left ear to his shoulder.
What do you
Almost
think
has Jacob flattened out.
What do you think Dante's doing backstage in the dressing room now? He's the last guy there by himself, watching this play out.
He's telling himself, I can beat Victor Hugo.
I hope so.
He's back there telling himself that he's got to come out here and he's got to deliver for his team. And again, man, he's got to deliver for his real team.
Right.
So there's a lot of heart, a lot of passion that Dante's going to bring out onto the mat in this next match.
Dante's also one of those guys who I don't for a minute doubt the self-confidence he has and the self-belief he has that he can and could make it happen.
No, his results speak for themselves. He's been there, he's done it.
Listen, Victor's gone down to guys of that size before.
Yep.
Just here last year.
Wojcik's chest to chest.
This is a good passing sequence for him. There's not a lot of time left for him to work, but he's shut Jacob Couch down here.
And yeah, this is very interesting. And let's just say Dante does manage to take out, the remaining guys. Would it be tied? No, I guess it wouldn't, right? So, but still, you want to make a statement. You don't just want to run the clock out. You want the judges to think you've won it.
Well, Chris's passing looks good, doesn't it? I mean, he's able to flatten Jacob out in a moment when Jacob definitely needs to be creating as much movement in space as possible. Chris shut all of that movement down and took all the possibilities completely away from Jacob Couch and from Daisy Fresh.
Well, we're going to get another double elimination here. A lot of movement from Chris Wojcik at the end. But both these guys are going to get sent packing.
Oh, that puts a lot of pressure on Daisy Fresh now. They need 2 submissions to win this.
Well, if you wanted pressure on your shoulders of one guy, you want it on Dante, man. You want it on Dante. Dante got shoulders that are big enough and strong enough to carry that kind of pressure. If I'm sending one person out from my team to handle this situation, it's Dante.
There's that strong ankle lock that Couch had earlier on. He really got some hips into that. Wojcik had his own looks, but he was never really able to, like, actually, it was just the grip. It was never the leg positioning as well, so they were just looks, but good match, though. You know, something we could see, I mean, if this is a double elimination coming up in the next match, we could potentially see the first team duel where a competitor from that team has not entered the pit.
Yeah, and it would probably be Ethan. I mean, we all generally agree here that the smart play for Nicky Ryan is you send Victor Hugo out next.
That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You got to send Victor out here. That doesn't mean he's going to do it.
Should be wrong.
But it's a no-brainer as a choice.
Well, we know it's going to be Dante Leon. We'll talk a bit more about him. Obviously, a huge respect for him. He's got an uphill struggle here, though. So let's go ahead and get the announcements from Michael C. Williams.
And with that double elimination, we welcome 2 new athletes to the pit for Team Daisy Fresh, their last man standing. A 2-time IBJJF World No-Gi Champion and a 2-time ADCC bronze medalist at 77 kilograms. Daisy Fresh's Dante Leon.
So Dante Leon comes out as the last surviving man of Team Daisy Fresh, 33 years old, originally born in Harrow, Ontario. Obviously spent some time in Toledo as well, now part of Daisy Fresh. He's fought the most guys in this entire tournament of anyone else. He's fought 12 of the other competitors, but look, he's got 2 ADCC bronze medals. He's got twice No-Gi World Champion, very high submission rate at 63%. 93 subs from his 148 victories.
B team with 2 athletes remaining. Coach Ryan has made the call. We'll welcome the CJI veteran, multiple times an IBJJF Nicky and No-Gi champion at plus 99 kilograms, the wild card from B team, Victor Hugo.
Well, as suspected, B-Team call on their wild card, Victor Hugo, the heaviest man in the competition here. Originally from Fortaleza, Brazil. He's a 4-time IBJJF world champion. He's also won world no-gis as well. Had a disappointing performance by his standards last year at CJI 1 when he dropped a submission to Lucas Canard. Teletape for this one, a 44-kilo weight advantage for Victor Hugo.
How much is that in freedom units, Josh?
What did I say?
That's over 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's in the 90s. Yeah, 44 would be 88, plus 8 would be 96 pounds. It's times 2.2.
Opportunity
97,
here
97 pounds, yeah, wow.
for Dante Leon to go down in the history books.
I mean, Dante's done it before. He's been the giant killer for sure. He can take out the big guys. Absolutely fearless.
Stop. Time.
Looks like it was a clash of heads.
Already?
Yeah.
Come on,
Looks like Victor was actually on the receiving end of it.
Stand up.
Headbutt.
Still your point. Okay. Take a second.
Let's take a look at it.
Take a look at the
the
replay.
knee.
Oh, it was a knee. Oh, completely accidental though, so no real intent.
Oh, that was tough. That was a hard shot,
I think we are a little bit lucky there's not a cut as well.
I think he's good.
You know, Victor Hugo, he's had a pretty epic rivalry going with Nicky Rod, and of course they're now teammates for the purpose of this tournament.
Yeah, they've been training together. Victor's in Austin, you know, he's not too far from where B-Team are located, so he's been going in there pretty regularly.
And Victor was telling me yesterday, he's picked up a lot of new strategy, a lot of new game by being over there. Just being such a different approach from that timeless jiu-jitsu that he's used to learning over there with his team.
Yeah, Six Blades, Shanji Ribeiro, Rafael Lovato Jr., and the others. Victor, he's got that great combination of the old school, fundamental, like you say, timeless jiu-jitsu, and then the exposure to the modern no-gi game. So many technical developments coming out of gyms like the B-Team, right? Feels like there's something new every month in no-gi jiu-jitsu.
And
You know,
Victor
one
does not, I'm sorry, go ahead,
No, no,
Josh.
please go ahead, Brandon.
Well, I was going to say, Victor does not have to win this match. You know, all he has to do is stay active enough to not get penalized.
Yeah, you know he wants to win it, but you're right. He doesn't need the submission. B-Team can win the duel.
You know, even if he ends up with a couple of stalling penalties, they're still both eliminated, so it doesn't even matter.
Dante Leon playing this bottom position here.
Is there a point at which he could be called for stalling enough to be disqualified?
Yes. I mean, yes, there is, but 3 stalling calls.
3.
Yeah, third one.
You don't want that to happen.
So he can get 2, no problem.
Well, the second one, you get a point penalty and you end up in bottom half guard. But I mean, you know, it's Victor Hugo. He's 100 pounds heavier.
And all he has to do is survive to the end.
Right.
So really no incentive for Victor to push and take risk here. You just got to clear this board and get him to day 2.
You know, we talk about that 100-pound weight difference. One of the guys in this 77-kilo category who at least has the physicality to potentially move someone like Victor Hugo around, it is Dante Leon, right? He's had a strength and conditioning routine. He told me many years ago that he was a little frustrated that people wouldn't come and ask him about his jiu-jitsu. They'd come and ask about his lifting routine because he was so renowned for his work in the weight room.
Hey, honestly though, Dante is legit one of the pound-for-pound strongest guys in jiu-jitsu. He is a powerhouse. Training at that West Side Barbell Club in Ohio. He's been in Ohio for years, since he was a purple belt, actually.
Yeah, originally GF team in Toledo before he hooked up with Heath Pedigo and the guys at Daisy Fresh.
Victor, you're backing off of him. Go towards him.
3 minutes down, 5 minutes remaining, Victor.
Big sprawl from Victor Hugo on top here.
So hard to get under that guy. He's so big.
I was just going to say, he's so big.
Yeah,
from
and if
this
you
angle.
do get under him, congrats, you're under Victor Hugo, dude. Like, what did you really get done right there?
With that, yeah.
Now, just a reminder, this is going to conclude the team duels portion of tonight, but we've also got our 2 semi-finals for our women's 100K bracket. Helena Cravar taking on Adele Fornerino and Carolina Vieira taking on Sarah Galval. That's coming up right after the conclusion of this match.
That's good work from Victor.
Nice job in response, though, by Dante, keeping his shin on the inside, connected to the collarbone. Gives him the space that he needs to square back up and reset the guard.
Halfway through.
4 minutes there, Dante.
Oh, wow, look at the smother there. Double
The old
smother.
double hand smother.
Damn.
Hey,
I mean, at
nice.
the very least, you're going to really disrupt some breathing and annoy the guy.
It's like Victor suddenly remembered, oh yeah, I could do that. Wow. Make him uncomfortable.
Dante able to keep him out of that body lock pass for now.
Stay engaged.
Body locks again. Let's keep this passing pressure up. Keep the passing pressure. Force him on his back. You mind building the leg entanglement. Exactly. Now get left shoulder over his knee. We're gonna work to get left shoulder.
You know, if Dante is going to find an opening here to maybe grab a submission, what's it going to be? What would your money be on?
With the way that Victor's passing right now, maybe a Choi bar.
Okay.
Dante pretty good with that scoop grip, pretty good at lacing the leg around on the far side. With how low Victor is keeping his hips, I don't think we're going to see him get underneath in a meaningful way to attack the legs.
Keep the forward pressure up.
Don't back off of him.
Great stop. Passing both sides. Control both ankles. Control both ankles with both hands.
Well, like we said earlier, Victor Hugo, you know, he doesn't have to get the submission here, but he is meaningfully trying to pass.
Yep, keep circling. Yep, exactly.
When he needs to.
You know, one thing I think is incredible, just to consider, a lot of people who really invest a lot in the weightlifting, they end up stiff. But man, Dante's guard retention and his flexibility is just incredible. Yeah, you know, he's so dexterous from bottom. He's able to get his legs into those little spaces. Everywhere Victor goes, there's a hook.
2 minutes, Dante. 2 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding guard retention from Dante Leon.
Guard retention not enough right now, though, fellas.
That is true.
Got to have a dub.
Come on. Work to improve. Go to a finish. Let's go.
Minute 45. Control the ankles and throw by to north-south again. Control the ankles, go north-south.
Don't back off of him.
Yep, north-south. Control the ankles, get him on his back. Don't post on it, exactly. Push your shoulders. Yep, north-south, stay north-south. 90 seconds, Victor. Great job, 90 seconds. Yep, exactly.
Into the final minute and a half here. Dante Leon's trying to get something going, but we knew it was going to be an uphill battle.
Minute 10, Victor.
Time for Dante to throw caution to the wind. There's the Choi bar.
Yeah, it's tough to know what that looks like, though, right? You got to have some form of grip to at least get the Hail Mary going.
Stay with him.
50 seconds left. Get him on his back. Final 50, Victor. 50 seconds, Victor. Side body locks and throw bys again.
Yeah, we're going to see this clock run down for sure.
Throw bys to north-south. Final 30, Victor. 30 seconds.
We knew it was going to be a tough task for anybody to go up against up against Victor Hugo, just a man mountain. And Dante he just hasn't been able to hold on to anything meaningful.
B team going to be the first team to advance to day 2.
Yep.
Without using all their players also.
Yep.
Final 10, Victor. Final 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure we necessarily all saw it playing out like that, but that is the way it's worked out on this Saturday night in Las Vegas. Closing seconds of Victor Hugo, Dante Leon. It's going to be a double elimination, but that is going to give the win to B team as they move through to day 2 tomorrow. Their first bout against Team Australasia.
Victor Hugo came out, played the role that his team needed him to play.
Right, stuck to the game plan, did what they needed. You know, these opening matches, yes, you've got to win, but you don't want to take damage, you don't want to take anything that's going to aggravate you tomorrow. Tomorrow you have to go through potentially 2 team duels, right? So it's a little bit of a starter today. Tomorrow is where you really dig in.
So B team are going to face Australasia tomorrow, and it's going to be New Wave versus Atos.
And that is one that everybody is looking forward to.
Yeah, I feel like it was all chalk. So, you know, like the teams that people expected to win were the teams that...
But just not necessarily as convincing or without controversy.
Plenty of controversy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, so throughout the team matchups, we had 5 submissions, is that right?
Yeah.
2 of them were questionable taps.
Right.
Whether how questionable they were, you know, that's up for you to decide. Viewer, let us know in the chat. I'm sure you have been. But 2 out of the 5 submissions.
Let's go ahead and get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that final double elimination match, one team had 1 athlete still standing, and they will now advance to the $1 million semifinal round. Give it up for Coach Ryan and BT.
B-Team get it done here. The lone submission from Nick Rodriguez over Brandon Reed ends up being the deciding factor. Alex Wendling is with our winners.
Standing by with the B-Team Mercenaries. Nikki Ryan, what's your analysis of what your team was able to accomplish just now?
I mean, they all looked great. You know, Nicky Rod killed it. He got the sub. I believe we were the only team to not go to a decision, so super happy.
What about your MVP, Ethan Krellinston?
Oh, he killed it. He's actually the only athlete in the entire venue that will not have competed today. This lazy sack of shit.
You heard that, Ethan, the lazy man over here. When it comes to your matchup for tomorrow, what is the mentality and message to your team?
I mean, we got to discuss. You know, we'll talk about it tonight and tomorrow morning, but these boys are going to kill it.
Damien, I forgot your last name. I think Craig might have forgot your last name too. But what is your overall consensus on what Joseph Chen and your squad was able to do today?
Everyone looked absolutely amazing. Honestly, great performance from everybody. Ethan, sorry you couldn't compete, but the guys are just too good.
And that is Damian Anderson. I knew his last name. I was just making fun of him. Give it up for your B-Team mercenaries. You can catch them at day 2 of CJI 2 competing for that $1 million.